Yesterday I posted a video why the Godox system is our favorite system for off-camera lighting, for on-camera lighting, for basically any sort of lighting that involves a flash. In the middle of the video I started going off on a tangent about how good the TT685 is, and that's the on-camera flash that we use. And instead of rambling on that one, I decided I wanted to make a video why we think the TT685 is the best on-camera flash. So let's begin. One of the biggest reasons is that if your transmitter on top of your camera breaks or malfunctions or whatever the case may be, the TT685 will actually work as a transmitter as well. When you turn it on, basically it'll look something like this when you have it in transmitter mode. You're gonna be able to control the amount of flash power coming out of this flash. You're gonna be able to control the flash power coming out of group A, group B, group C. So you're able to control other flashes either in the room, in the environment, outside. I know, for example, Sergio, I think he broke his transmitter, and so he had this on top of his camera as a transmitter for like a few days until he was able to order a new one. I mean, that's really like a huge selling point, because if your transmitter breaks and now you have no way to communicate with the other flashes, this little guy right here will be able to fire off all those flashes. It's actually very easy to put it into transmitter mode. You just have to hit that little lightning bolt button until it goes to it looks like kind of like a little Wi-Fi connection icon, but that's the one that you want, and that will allow you to shoot in transmitter mode. Now you have to make sure to set the correct channel that you want to make sure that you're on the right channel with your other flashes, and then control different groups. You can also use it where this doesn't go off and it's just the groups that go off. So it can be used solely as a transmitter, or you can use it where this goes off and then it also fires off other flashes in the room or in the vicinity that you want. And Eddie asked on the transmitter if you're able to shut off certain flashes if you want. And absolutely, you would just have to go in here and set it. Let's say you don't want anything coming out of C. You would go in there and on C, you would shut that one off, so it's just the double bars, and then the other ones would fire. So you don't have to run over to your flash and shut it off. You can shut it off from here and you can control as much as you want. So that to me is my favorite part about it, is the fact that not only can you use it as a regular flash, you can also use it as a transmitter. Reason number two, I mean, if it works as a remote, as a transmitter, you would assume it works as a receiver, and it certainly does. You just have to put it into the other mode, which doesn't show the other groups, and then you have to set it to the correct group that you want. You have to set it to the correct mode that you want, which we're professionals, so we do manual. And I'm just teasing, guys. Don't get mad, TTL crew. So it's just setting it to the correct setting, and then you're gonna be able to set this flash off when you trigger it with your transmitter. So this becomes an off-camera flash along with a transmitter, or you can use another 685 to trigger this. However, you know, I wouldn't want to have to carry this on top of my camera all day. If I have my option, I would rather have a transmitter on top, and this is an off-camera option. This is more something that we use during the reception. So this will go on top of the camera, controlling other flashes, or stand alone just by itself like a regular dummy flash, not as a receiver or transmitter. And I know I kind of just made fun a little bit about TTL or whatever, but I know some people use it and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not what we do. So you can set it to TTL, so this has TTL functions. Just make sure when you order the flash that you're ordering for your system. So obviously this one says S on it. That's for Sony, because that's what we shoot. For Nikon, for Pentax, for Olympus, whatever, just make sure you order the correct one so TTL will work with your camera system. Another huge reason why I like these flashes is because they're fairly inexpensive. I mean, I just checked on Amazon right now, $129 gets you this flash, which will act as a, like I said, I've been saying over and over again, it'll act as a transmitter, it'll act as a dummy flash that, you know, just on camera. It works in TTL, it works as a receiver. So many options with this flash for $129. Now, the only thing is you're gonna end up spending an extra $20, I'm telling you guys right now, if you shoot with a Sony system. Because you see that right there, that metal mount did not come from the factory, at least when I was buying these. So it ended up breaking because it was plastic, and I had to unscrew a couple of screws here, take it out, and replace it. Now, is the procedure easy? Absolutely. I'm nowhere close to a doctor, and I'm absolutely terrible with fixing things, and I was able to figure it out. So if I'm able to figure it out, you guys will be too. Just understand, if it comes with a plastic mount on the bottom, you're gonna need to replace it because it's gonna break pretty much immediately. It's just, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I wish Godox would just charge us a little extra and just put the metal mount. Maybe they've fixed that by now, but I'm not certain, because I think the last time I ordered one of these was in 2020, 2021. So I don't know if they fixed that. Maybe if you guys can leave a comment below, let me know. If not, I did post a video on how to replace this. It's extremely simple. I'll link it down below as well. The last thing, you know what? This is my favorite thing, because Back in the day, a different company, I think it was Newer, I used their flashes, or Young Newer, it was one of those. And because you guys might be asking, hey, Elmer, why don't I get the V1 or the V860, I think also, which has a battery that's a big brick battery. You only need one battery. You don't need AA batteries. You don't need to remember to charge those, the AA batteries, obviously. And it's like, okay, all those things sound very positive. But like I was saying, back in like 2015, I think it was 2014, 2015, I used the Newer or the Young Newer ones with the brick battery. I put it in, and as soon as I turned it on and went to full power and popped it, you know, hit it to flash, it immediately bricked the battery. So the battery, it just showed like, you know, a blank screen. I took it out, I had a spare one, put that one on, went in full power, boom, completely messed it up. So if that was my only flash, I would have been completely out of luck. Luckily, I had other flashes that took AA batteries, so I finished the day with those. What's my point here with the 685? The reason that I prefer this over the V1, over the 860, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think the 860 also has the single battery. Let's say the day before, you packed everything up, you charged everything, but for some reason, one of the batteries failed, you know, out of the AA batteries. It failed, it didn't quite charge, you know, so when you put it in, it's not working. Well, if that's your only set of batteries, let's play this scenario. Let's say that's your only set of batteries. You can always go to Rite Aid, you can go to CVS, you can go to Walmart, whatever, pick up some batteries. You're gonna get through the day. If you have that brick battery and for some reason it doesn't charge overnight, or for some reason it has an issue charging, and you're on your way to a wedding or an event and you put it in and it's not working, well, Walmart, CVS, none of these stores are gonna carry those batteries. So you're pretty screwed unless you have extra flashes or anything like that. For that reason right there, I prefer this because I can always, and I use rechargeable ones because I think it's good to be nice to the environment, at least, you know, and it saves money in the long run, honestly. But in this situation, there's always a backup. You can go to a store, you can get more batteries. That reason right there puts me at ease where I don't feel like if something fails, I'm screwed. I can always go and get more batteries or borrow some from the team or whatever the case may be. So that to me is a huge, huge reason why I would stick with this one over those other flashes. You can get those other flashes, get backup batteries just in case something happens and things like that, but I don't know, to me this just makes more sense. You can get a couple of these for the same price as a V1. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Oh, also with the TT685 2, the version 2, notice it goes past this point. So with the version 2, it can go back a little bit in case you're shooting and you want to bounce behind you. You don't have to flip it all the way around to do that. Yeah, just a little extra bend in the neck back here. So in any case, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys found it helpful, insightful, informative. I hope it helps you guys make your decision on what on-camera flash to get. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them below. I'm always happy to respond to you guys. As long as everything's respectful, guys, I'm always happy to have a dialogue. And if you made it this far, if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, I would truly appreciate it. I've been trying to grow this channel significantly this year, so each one of you that watched till the end, I truly appreciate you guys, and I'll be posting more videos in the coming days. Thank you guys so much for watching.